In a world demanding your constant attention,
Reclaiming your mind and body is the ultimate act of rebellion.
welcome to Wholistic Wednesdays. I'm Amy, your guide to the subconscious and the stories that shape your reality.
And I'm Shelly, your partner in holistic health and life design.
Together, we're bridging the gap between biology and belief,
Combining modern science, ancient wisdom, and practical coaching to help you thrive in 2026 and beyond.
Whether you're here to hack your health or rewire your habits,
You are in the right place. Let's shift.
you can stretch, strengthen, and treat the pain.
And still feel it return to the same places in your body.
If your back pain keeps coming back,
It might not be structural, it might be emotional.
because your back pain may have an emotional zip code inside it. March marks a shift. We're moving from inward processing into outward expansion.
And the body has opinions about expansion.
Growth requires space. Visibility requires openness, and the body only opens when it feels safe.
So today, we're asking, what happens when the body wants to protect what the mind is ready to release?
Pain is not a punishment, it's information.
And often, it's old information that's just stored in the tissue. So what is the science behind this? The body doesn't just remember events, it remembers emotional states. When an emotion is too overwhelming to process in that moment, the nervous system stores the uncompleted response in the muscle, in the fascia, and the connective tissues.
This is not metaphorical, it's neurobiology.
Emotions are energy and they're designed to move. When movement or expression isn't safe, energy gets parked.
And where it's parked is at random. Common emotional zip codes in the body include the lower back. So when you're carrying it in the lower back, a lot of times you're carrying survival stress, financial fear, support. When you're carrying it in the upper back and shoulders, you're carrying a lot of responsibility, burden. You feel like you're carrying it all. When you feel it in the hips, this is a lot of repressed emotion, creativity, sexuality, and fear of change. When you're feeling it in the neck and jaw, you're carrying some unspoken truth, some suppressed anger. And in your knees, this is the resistance to direction, pride, and flexibility.
The body holds what the psyche couldn't process safely, and why the pain returns to the same spot.
If the emotional pattern doesn't resolve, the pain keeps revisiting its address.
Because the body is still holding on to the story and how the body stores the pain. There's a fascial armoring. The fascia, the connective tissue wrapping your muscles and organs, can contract protectively during the stress. If this stress isn't resolved, the fascia can become dense or glue-like, trapping tension and emotional energy in physical patterns. There's a neural sensitization. Your nervous system has a volume knob for pain, and chronic stress can get this knob stuck on high, causing your brain to misinterpret normal sensations like a light touch as painful. And then you have a somatic memory. Unlike conscious memories, somatic memories are felt as physical sensations. So that's muscle tension and shallow breathing, or localized aches without clear medical cause.
Physical treatments can be necessary and still incomplete.
If the tissue is holding on to an emotional charge, the body will recreate the tension. So here's how the relief return cycle works. You get treatment and you have temporary relief. And then you return to the same life stressors, and your nervous system then reactivates, and the pain returns.
Because the pain is embodied, traditional talk therapy often isn't enough. The body itself must be addressed. A body-based therapy that helps you track physical sensations and slowly release trapped survival energy is somatic experiencing.
Targeted body work or stretches aimed at softening those frozen or restricted fascia areas to allow for emotional and physical release.
Techniques like breath work, mindful movement like yoga and Tai Chi, and shaking or trembling help to signal the nervous system that the danger is over.
So I'm going to do an exercise that'll help you find exactly where the stored tension is currently living without judging it. So lie or sit comfortably and close your eyes. Imagine an interior spotlight slowly moving from the toes all the way to the top of your head. As the light hits each area, notice if it feels heavy or tight, warm or buzzing. And if you feel a tight spot, like your jaw or your hips, internally ask it, what do you need right now?
This is a core somatic movement used to release the green light reflex, the chronic tension held in the lower back from always being on the go. Lie on your back with your knees bent and feet flat. And as you inhale, gently tilt your pelvis forward to create a small arch in your lower back. And as you exhale, slowly tuck your tailbone and flatten your back against the floor. This is one of my favorite ways to stretch my back. Do 5 to 10 reps, moving so slowly that you feel every tiny muscle adjustment.
And then try therapeutic shaking. This is a full body release. Animals in the wild, they shake to discharge all of the energy of a stressful event. Humans can do the same to reset the nervous system. You just stand with your feet hip wide, hip width apart and knees slightly bent. Begin shaking your hands, then your arms, then your shoulders, and then your legs, and let the movement become loose and bouncy for 1 to 2 minutes. Imagine you are literally shaking off the day's stress or old heavy energy.
Somatic tracking. If you have a specific area of pain, this technique teaches your brain that the sensation isn't dangerous. Focus on the painful sensation with neutral curiosity. And instead of thinking, this hurts, describe it like a scientist. I feel a pulsing warmth here. And tell yourself, this sensation is uncomfortable, but I'm safe. This calms the alarm in your brain that keeps the muscle tight.
Vibrations in the chest and throat can signal the vagus nerve to switch from a fight or flight to rest and digest. So, VU sounding is how you reset the vagus nerve. Take a deep breath into your belly, and on the long exhale, make a slow, low, vibrating VU sound, like a foghorn. Focus on the vibration in your chest and your abdomen as you let the air out completely.
You're not broken, you're unfinished. Pain often flares during growth.
Because expansion threatens the old protective patterns.
And as you become more visible, the body asks, is it safe to be seen now? Pain intensifies when it's ignored or fought.
But it softens when it's listened to. Now let's do a little guided somatic dialogue, speaking to the pain. And wherever you are, please make sure that you're safe, you're not driving, and you're in a comfortable position. Begin by allowing your body to settle into the space it's in. There's no posture you need to achieve. Just notice where your body is being supported. If it feels okay, bring one hand to the area of your body that's holding the discomfort or tension today. You're not trying to change it. You're just making contact. Let that touch be gentle, curious, non-demanding. Now take a slow breath in through your nose. And as you exhale, let the breath leave your body longer than it came in, almost like a sigh. And again, in through the nose, and a slow, extended exhale out through the mouth. With each long exhale, you're signaling something important to your nervous system. that at this moment, there is no immediate threat. You don't need to relax. You don't need to fix anything. Just allow your breath to create a little more space. Now, gently bring your attention to the area beneath your hand. Notice the sensation without labeling it as good or bad. And silently, without needing an answer right away, ask this question: what are you protecting? You're not analyzing. You're just listening to whatever comes. Might be a sensation, an image, a word, or even nothing at all is welcome. Stay here for a few breaths. And if your mind tries to jump in and solve it, that's okay too. Just return your attention back to sensation, back to the feeling of your hand, back to your breath. There is no fixing here, no correcting, no rushing. Now gently offer this internal phrase to the part of your body you're touching. I see why you're here. Let those words land slowly. You're not trying to convince your body of anything. You're acknowledging its effort. And just notice if anything shifts, even slightly. A softening, a warmth, a deeper breath. And now, when it feels right, ask one final question, quietly and kindly. What do you need to soften? You don't need to force an answer. You're simply giving your body the permission to respond in its own language. And whatever comes through is enough. Stay with this for a few more breaths. And when you're ready, begin to notice the rest of your body again. The surface beneath you, the room around you. If your eyes were closed, gently open them. Remember, this wasn't about making the pain go away. It was about being in a relationship with it. You can return to this dialogue anytime your body asks to be heard.
When I stopped demanding relief and started offering understanding, my body responded. The pain didn't vanish, but it relaxed, like it no longer had to shout.
That's awesome, Amy. So let's go to my absolute favorite part of today. We've been getting a lot of messages from listeners who are feeling discouraged, not because they haven't tried to heal, but because they have.
And this question captures something so many people with chronic pain quietly carry. Rachel from Colorado asks, what if I've done the emotional work and the pain is still there? Does that mean I'm doing something wrong?
I love this question because it assumes the pain is a failure. And it's not. Pain isn't just a checklist item. It doesn't just leave because you've figured it out. Sometimes pain stays because it's still orienting to safety. And when the body has held something for years, something for decades maybe, release isn't dramatic. It's relational. The tissue has to trust that you're not going to abandon it once it softens.
And I want to add this. Healing doesn't always look like pain disappearing. Sometimes it looks like pain changing in its tone, in its intensity, in its timing. That's not stagnation. That's communication.
Remember, the body releases in layers, and those layers are tied to capacity and not effort. When your life feels safer, more supported, more spacious, the body then feels safer letting go.
And this is why pain often shifts in spring, because growth asks the body, are you ready to release what you used to need? If the answer is not yet, that's not resistance, that's just pacing.
Release then creates space.
And space is what growth requires. Your challenge for this week is each day this week, check in with one body area.
Breathe into it and name what it's been carrying.
Replace one moment of tension with curiosity. If pain had a voice, what would it say?
And just what would you change if you listened?
Pain isn't the enemy.
Unheard emotion is. You don't have to push through pain to grow.
You get to release what's been holding you back.
And that is a wrap for this week. We hope your nervous system is feeling a little more regulated and your vision a little clearer.
Remember, the breakthrough you're looking for isn't out there. It's already in your programming, waiting to be unlocked.
And if you've tried today's hypno tool or visualization, we want to hear about it. Tag us on our socials or drop a comment in the show notes.
And if you're ready to go deeper, follow us on social media. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at holistic_Wednesdays, or email us at holisticwednesdays@gmail.com.
Until next week, honor your body
Trust your mind.
and keep shifting.
The views expressed on this podcast are for educational and entertainment purposes only and are not intended as medical or psychological advice. While we use hypnotherapy techniques, please never listen to the visualization portion of this show while driving or operating heavy machinery. Always consult a healthcare professional for your specific needs.